So I'm going to be going over how to set up a Facebook contest for a client. The first thing you need to do is log into the Intrigue Media Canada Malcolm Young Facebook page, and then go to the company page of the company that you want to set up the Facebook contest in. In this case, we're going to be setting it up for Blue Water Energy. So I just typed it in the search, and now we're on their homepage. So you can see here, this is the Facebook business page that we set up for them. The next thing you need to do is go to the search bar at the top and type in static HTML, and then go to this first one that says app. It'll take you to a new page, and then it'll take a second to load, and then you want to click add static HTML to a page, and then you click that and you'll see a drop down here of all the different options of the pages you can add it to. You just go to the drop down until you find the page you want to add. So we want to click Blue Water Energy, and then click out, and then click add page tab. And then it takes a second to load, and it'll bring us to a new page. So you can see we're back at the Blue Water Energy Facebook page, and now we've got this new tab here that says welcome. Once you're there, click edit tab, and it'll take you to the app page. And then here, make sure you're under content. This is the default, so you should be there. Take the content that's here currently and delete it. And then what you can do is copy and paste the code from an existing contest page that's already set up. I like to use Carousel Clothing, just because we set up their contest and we know it's set up really well. So just go to their page. I usually open an incognito window or open it in a different browser so you can have both windows open up at the same time. Then once you're logged in as Carousel, you can click here, win. It'll take a second to load. Click edit tab. Then you can see here we're in the same content tab. What you do is you select all the content that's there. So you can see this is just a bunch of code. You copy that, and then you paste it into the contest page for the page you're setting up. So in this case, Blue Water Energy. So we're going to paste it in there. And then you're going to do a Control F and type in Carousel. And then we're going to be making sure we delete anything that says Carousel Clothing and change it to Blue Water Energy. So you can see also down here, you need to change the email address to the one we've set up for the client. And then also down here, so this here at the bottom is the fine print for the contest. So we need to change to say the number of entries. The person has a chance of winning it, so this is the number of people we need to reach on the Facebook page before we do the draw. So if you open the Facebook page that one of the designers has put together, you can see here we're drawing a winner when we reach 500 likes. So I'm just going to put in 500 there. I'm going to go back through here. Yep, so we changed the title to Blue Water Energy. So the next thing we're going to do is leave this page. Don't touch it. Don't click Save and Publish. Just leave it as it is. Go to MailChimp, and then log in to the Intrigue MailChimp account. And then type the name of the client that you want to set up the Facebook contest for. So Blue Water Energy. And then we're going to go create campaign. And right now what we're doing is setting up a kind of a fake email that we're going to upload the contest image to, and so we can add it to the contest page. So we're just going to call this Facebook contest, do not delete, just test. Skip domain verification, you may have to do that, or you can just say next. And then I just choose this first one under template. It takes us to the design. So I'm going to click browse. So this is an image right here. And then you're going to upload the photo, or we already have it uploaded, so I'm just going to say select. And now that you can see it's in the email here, you just right click and say copy image URL. That way, if you typed in, copy and pasted that link into the URL, you would just see this image. So what we're going to do is take that URL, go back to the contest page we were setting up, and you're going to search until you see this piece of code right here. So it says image source, and then it's got quotations. And what we're going to do is go from there to there, just delete that, and then we're going to replace it with the correct contest image. So then if you go up and you click preview, you'll see that it says Blue Water Energy. It's the picture we just chose. If you look at the small print at the bottom, the chances are 1 in 500, which we just changed, and it says Blue Water Energy on the email. So we're going to go back. We're still not going to change anything, or sorry, save anything, and then we're going to go back to the campaign builder on MailChimp. You can just save and exit and go to the dashboard. And now what we're going to do is set up the list that people, like the contest list, so when people enter it, all their emails will be put into MailChimp. So we're going to click lists, and then we're going to create list. So create list, and we're going to call this Facebook contest, and the from email is going to be the intrigue one we set up for them. Just fill it in, and then fill this so something like that, just so they know how they've entered. I don't select anything at the bottom there, and you click save. And now we've created a new list. What we're going to do next is to add groups. So if you go under sign up forms, we're going to do general forms. Perfect, so we want to just make sure everything we want them to enter in order to be entered in the contest is there. So this is right, we need first name, last name, and email address. I'm just going to change the order because it seems to make more sense saying first name, last name, email address, and subscribe to list. So that is good. Your form's all set up. Now what we need to do is add different groups. So if you under manage subscribers, if we click groups, I'm going to click here, create groups. And we're going to leave it as a checkbox. And we're always going to add 2 different groups. So the first one's just going to be when people enter the contest, we're going to get them to confirm that they're entering the contest. So we're going to say enter to win. So that'll be the question, and the answer they have to fill in is check to enter. Then we're going to click save. Perfect, done for now. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go create groups, leave it as checkboxes, but this time we're going to say we just want to get some information on whether or not they are an existing customer or a new customer. So we're going to ask the question, I have never and then we're just going to say the answer they can do if they haven't is check if true. So we're going to save that. And now we've got 2 different groups. You can see, click done for now. What we're going to do now is go back to sign up forms. And this time we're going to go to embedded forms. Click select. Go down. We're going to click naked. And you can see this is a preview of what it's going to look like. So we've got the first name, last name, email address, and the 2 groups we set up, so enter to win. And I've never worked with Blue Water Energy before. And then what we're going to do is take this piece of code down here, and we're going to copy and paste that. Or sorry, copy it, and then go back to the Facebook contest. And we're going to scroll down until we see oh, missed it. Should say something like, okay, here. Begin MailChimp sign-up form. So we're going to copy from there down to here where it says end MailChimp sign-up. So we do that, and we're just going to copy and paste it right over. And this is the new piece of form that we copied from MailChimp. So now if we go up and click preview, You can see now it has the same Blue Water Energy, same fine print, and now you can see here it says the form we just set up. So you can confirm it's the right one because it says I've never worked with Blue Water Energy before, so you can see the client's name there. So we're going to go back. The one thing we have to change now is see how it says subscribe to our mailing list. We're going to actually change that to enter our contest and then change the button from subscribe to enter. So if we go back, all that information is found in the piece of code we just copied with the form. So what I do is I just type in search, subscribe. So you can see here, subscribe to our mailing list, and that's a header, so you know that's the form that we just filled out. And I change that, so I'm going to say enter our contest. And you can see down here, if you keep going, search for subscribe. See here it says value equals subscribe. We're going to delete that, and it's going to be enter. And it's always the subscribe with a capital S, because you can see here it says name and subscribe. And if you ever want to make sure you filled out the right things, you just click preview. And now you can see it's changed, enter our contest, and enter. So we're going to go back, and we're going to click save and publish, all saved. So it means that it's confirmed. And then you click return to Facebook. And it'll take some time to load. And you can see now the page is all set up. So the next thing we have to do is just change the way it looks on the actual page. So it's right here, it says welcome. You want to actually change it so people know that it's a contest. So what we're going to do is go to settings, and then click apps, and then static HTML, and you're going to say edit settings. And you'll get this pop up here. And what we're going to do is change the custom tab name. So we're going to say win a home energy monitoring system. Click save. Then you can see, so it kind of cuts it off there, but you can see it's win home energy monitoring system. And what we're going to do is click more, manage tabs, and we're going to actually move this so it shows up on the top bar there. So I put it right under about, and then you can see the whole thing right there. So the last thing we have to do is to upload a specific picture here. So we're going to go back to settings, and then apps, and edit settings, and then we're going to click change and edit. And this is where you would upload the image that the designer or yourself has created on Photoshop. When you create it, it has to be 111 pixels wide by 74 pixels tall. And if you're not comfortable using Photoshop, I would just recommend get a designer to do it. They can set it up. Generally what we do is just have like a plain background and then type the word win over top. So I'll give you an example of one we've done for a different client. So if we go back to Carousel, so we're going to return to Facebook quickly. So we're back on the Carousel Clothing Facebook page. We're going to go to her timeline. It's taking a second to load. So if we scroll down on the page to see the contest page, you can see here, instead of having the gray background with the star, it's changed. It's just a burgundy background that says win. You can either set that up or you can get a designer to. Once you have the JPEG of that, this is where you would upload it right here. And then once that's done, you can go back to your Facebook page. My computer seems to be going very slow right now. So we're going back to the Facebook page. We're going to go to the contest tab, and we're just going to test and make sure that everything's working with the forum. So we're going to test it with our own name. We're going to fill it in with our information. We're going to check boxes. We're going to click enter. There, and then you'll just have to go to your email address, confirm, and then wait a few minutes, and then you can go back to MailChimp, log into the Intrigue, and then go to the Blue Water Energy, and then you click lists, and this should say 1 subscriber, and you'll be able to go in and see yourself and make sure the list is working. And that is how you set up a Facebook contest page.